a person that you seek prayer from, some type of enlightenment. So this is, hi, my name is Tara, and thank you for visiting my YouTube channel at Inspirational One with Tara. Today we'll be doing a mid-month reading for Taurus. Hi, my Taurus out there. I hope you're doing well, and I hope life is treating you well. Okay, so let's see what the messages will be for Taurus. And this is across the board. This will be a general reading. So this could be relationship, life purpose, anything, whatever pops up, and whatever the messages are, this will be for that. Okay, and this will be a 3 to 5 card reading. It's a different setup here, but it seems to be a little relaxing, I think. Yeah? What you think? Alrighty. Let's see what Spirit says. And we'll start with the past for Taurus. And let's see, I'll be using the John Holland Tarot. These cards seem to work well with me intuitively, so it's good to go with what you're accustomed to. Let's start with the past. And we have wisdom here. We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant. And this is about, this could mean a possible, in relationship, this could mean a possible marriage. This could mean possible studies, going to school, seeking some type of learning, some type of training, but it's about learning. It's about, it could be about marriage, possibly. Let me see what I see here. Let's see what Spirit says. As I'm looking at the Hermit, we see him in his robe, holding a book. Of course, he might have been, I think he was reading that book. He was reading it. I can see the people over there. The people over there saying, ah. You know, there's you know, it seems as though they're becking him over, you know, saying, come here, come here. You know, that could be the priest. That could be your spiritual, a person that you seek guidance from, a person that you seek prayer from, some type of enlightenment. So this is where you're at in the past. If it's life purpose, it could mean you're seeking out wisdom, or you could be going to school, possibly, or it could be a marriage. Let's see where this is going to go. We have the present, which is the Lover's card. We have two people. It says harmony. Living in peace, living in harmony. This is a place where you desire to be. This could be a marriage, as I say, possibly with the Hierophant. But let me tell you this, okay? I don't want to get too scandalous here, but this also can mean a lover, all right? In a relationship reading, this could be a symbol of a lover. This could be another relationship, possibly outside of a marriage. Possibly. Okay? And that's what I'm picking up from here. Another relationship. Okay? To me, I get a sense in that it could be some type of an affair. It could be that the person fell in love outside the marriage. Bottom line, I'm going to keep it raw with you. But that's what, when I see this pop up, that's what it could possibly be. And this is the symbol of marriage. But this is the symbol of the lovers. Okay? Somebody needs prayer. Okay, so Spirit is telling me marriage counseling. Somebody seeking out marriage counseling. Okay? I hear that marriage counseling, like a spiritual counselor. You need to go to, not saying you need to go to, but I'm seeing in spirit that I'm hearing, let's talk to a marriage counselor. Let's talk to our pastor. Let's talk to our priest, our spiritual guide, the person we seek wisdom from. Let's make it work. Here he goes, going over there to the house because somebody needs counseling. All right? Now, I don't know why I went in that direction. Okay? But I did. Someone possibly may have a desire to hold a marriage together, to fight for their marriage. But somebody's heart is going in another direction with the Lover's card. Somebody might have been in a marriage for a long period of time, and you might feel that the fire has actually sizzled or simmered down in the marriage, or you feel like it's just a drought, possibly. You found someone to spark that passion up again. Your lover. A person that you find happiness with. A person that's giving you something that you're not getting in a marriage or possibly a long-term relationship. Okay? That's what I feel from here. That's what I feel, the energy I feel around here, Taurus. Let's see what the near future brings. Wow. Let me move this cards into the camera here. Look at that. Now, to me, how this is going is, this is a mid-month reading, Taurus, not actually the tarot love soaps, but let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. We have temptation here, which is the devil. We're tempted. See? That's when our spiritual leader comes. That's where our pastor comes in at. Those who seek out spiritual guidance, we need to call for counsel. Why we need to call for counsel? Because we feel tempted. We're feeling tempted. Why are we feeling tempted? What's tempting us? we're falling in love with someone outside of the marriage. There's a desire, there's temptation here. When knowing you feel that it, and deep down inside, it could be the wrong thing to do, but we tend to feel tempted. We tend to feel tempted. Look at that. And to me, this is going in relationship mode. All right? And this looks like, and I see the people here in the picture is calling, beckoning the pastor. Come on, we need prayer. We need guidance. We got to fix this marriage. It's too much temptation. You know, I feel like I'm getting weak. I need counsel. Or we need counsel for this marriage, for it to work. Temptation. The devil. Feeling in bondage to something. Feeling enchained. Trying to overcome dark behaviors, or behaviors that we know deep inside that it may not be the right thing, possibly. But temptation. All right, so that's what we have here. And that's what I see here in this spread. Let me see what the near future brings. The far future brings. Okay. So let's see. We have wisdom, harmony, and temptation. Use your wisdom. And I pull 14, which is patience. Number 14 represents temperance, which is balance. Now, temperance, this is amazing. Because I'm temperance. Now in this picture is patience. Having patience, okay? And that's a message not to give up hope in a relationship. Whether it's a marriage, whether it's a relationship, you're not married, but you're in a relationship, you love the person. However, somebody's on the outside may have another person, may be cheating, may feel tempted, possibly. You may think they're cheating. You may know they're cheating. That's why you call the spiritual guide the pastor, or you want wisdom, you want counsel to fight for your relationship. Patience. Spirit says patience. Don't give up. Sometimes you feel like giving up. Sometimes you feel like walking away because it hurts so much. But Spirit says patience. And in the regular here, and what I'm seeing here with this patience here, and just let me get temperance in the regular style tarot, is this. Temperance. See the angel? See how the angel is coming in? Temperance. The spirit of peace, the spirit of calm. Because we need the angel. We need the spirit of temperance with the devil. We need that spiritual guidance, that prayer, that balance, patience to overcome these obstacles, to overcome temptation. And what this is saying, that temperance is going to enter in this relationship. There's going to be healing for the relationship. Spirit says have patience. Allow the angel of temperance to work in your relationship, to give that balance. It may feel a bit lopsided right now. You may feel a little bit empty, but allow the healing process to work. Patience. Now, patience is a very hard thing to have. I'm going to tell you. Sometimes time will make us be patient because we had no choice. We either want to run or we can even be still. Now, when you run too quickly, possibly temperance may come in after the fact. You wished you would have possibly waited. But Spirit says patience. On some things, you gotta have patience. That's what I'm gonna say, especially when it comes to a marriage. You know, you're bonded together. You're spiritually bonded together. So this looks like a relationship that needs healing. Okay, Taurus, this was an interesting reading, I'll say. But I gotta say this too. When it comes to relationships, intuitively, Spirit is going to let us know right from wrong. I mean, how do I put this? There's some relationships that are worth saving, bottom line. There's some relationships that are worth to have temperance, to worth the patience, you know, in some situations. But if somebody's outright mistreating you, dogging you out, you know, just doing you all types of way. Sometimes you need patience to leave at the appropriate time, okay? That's what I'm going to tell you. Some relationships are worth working on, but some relationships, when you have an individual who's just totally disrespecting you, you need patience for the healing of your heart. Okay? So not every relationship, and I'm just going to be honest with you, is worth fighting for. Not every relationship is worth fighting for, because some things are just outright wrong. Especially when the person is not being honest. When they're not being honest with you. And this is really for a relationship. I'm going to put it to you that way. For someone that might not be married and they're trying to figure out whether this person is being true or not. And they're getting some dark behaviors. The person could be... You could know what the person is doing because your intuition, you just got that vibe. You just feel it. So that's what I'm going to say. Some relationships are worth being patient with. But some relationships are worth the fight. But you got other relationships that are not. And you'll know that if you're constantly being hurt and you're being disrespected and you're being mistreated. you're going to need temperance for healing. Now, I don't know why I went that way. It could be the new setup, okay? But that's the message that I have for you, Taurus. And I'm going to conclude this reading right now before something else pops out. But if this reading resonated with you in some way, give the video a thumbs up. It's starting to get dark. And also, you can leave your comment in the comment section. Again, this is a mid-month reading, but it came out to me as a relationship reading, more so. And I felt like this was something that had to be said. Also, if you know somebody that's going through this, share the video as well. So, until next time, God bless you.